Hey, everybody, and welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, is your Lord of Punishment. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
Your Lord of Pennies is here as well. Say hi, Satsu.
What up, now?
And joining us tonight as our special guest is your Lord of Potatoes. Say hi, Base.
Hello there, my friends. How you doing?
And I am Ranting Monkey, your Lord of Pain, which, you know, guys, I've had 3 days where I would say I'm as pain-free as I've been since this all started. I'm so happy. And
you
I say
guys
that.
invoke such terror, though. You guys,
Well, that's the
except for the Lord of Pennies.
I know.
He's the oddball here.
We tried to get him to get something, you know, a little bit more badass, but he's like, nah, man, I'm pennies.
I wanted it to relate both to my channel and my financial status.
Hey, being poor is scary as fuck.
Right? It's just terrifying.
I was called a TERF today. You guys know what TERFs are?
Remind me.
Trans exclusionary radical feminist.
Wow. How did they come to that conclusion?
Yeah, a feminist, first and foremost, is one thing that you certainly are not.
No.
But as to how they think you have some issue with trans people and you're a feminist, now that combination is interesting.
Let me explain. Riley Dennis put out a tweet today.
It had to be him.
Yeah. He doesn't understand how people who don't like trans can play Pokemon because when Charmander becomes Charizard, they should be like, wait, you're still Charmander. And I came back with, that's really fucking stupid. That's a paraphrase, but and because of me saying, you know, that's a really bad analogy, I'm a TERF.
Oh, wait, here's one. If you're against trans people, you must not be able to enjoy ice.
Yes.
Because it can be both water and a vapor. Holy shit.
But wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
If Charizard is Charizard, how can he be Charmander?
Well, first of all, when did being trans equate to evolution?
Yeah.
that was my question.
We were gonna get there eventually, but
like what the fuck? So now you're an evolved being, and we're just like denying your evolution. Is that
yes, exactly?
Is that the article? Oh my god! Kill yourself.
And I'm a radical feminist because of it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I also, for the first time in my life, got to genuinely play my disability card because of this conversation. One of Riley's supporters told me I just didn't understand it, and we had a little back and forth, and they got very mad at me explaining to him, you know, this is in Pokemon, they battle each other and then actually change after they've gotten enough experience, and they come back with, oh, so trans people have to fight to be valid. I'm like, you're the one that's defending this, dumbass.
Right, this is your analogy. I'm just playing along.
And the person's name is April, and I put April says, you don't understand. Monkey explains. April re, and they got mad at me for the re. They said that's a slur against people with autism, and it's ableist. Like, cripple, bitch. I can make fun of disabled people. Fuck off.
You're crippled now? What happened?
No, I have been for a while. I have a spinal cord injury.
Oh.
Yeah. So I got to play my cripple card, and I felt good about it. It felt good, y'all. I might
what was the response? So did you put it on the hush mouth?
Since.
Yeah, put it on the hush mouth.
She's like, oh shit, my powers are no longer working here.
You've activated my trap card.
Okay, I forgot to do this. How is everyone tonight? Let's start. Scribe, how you doing?
I am drinking a pepper jack and a little loopy, so I might slur my words.
Fair enough. Scribbles. God damn it. Satsu, how are you?
I'm not Scribbles, that's for sure.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, Satsu, tell me.
And Base, how are you tonight?
Wait, hold on. How you just gonna skip me?
I thought you were quieted there. Go ahead. What was your answer?
I'm cool.
Okay. Base, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well today.
Real quick, got a super chat there from Flair. Flair, why you get me in trouble already? Monkey, why do you keep bringing more Negroes around? If you feed them, they're going to want to stay. Then they'll end up hosting your show.
The Negroes, man.
He just got here.
I just got here.
Until the second hour.
Welcome to the stream. And that wasn't even Shiograd.
That wasn't
or
Shio.
PG.
Oof, man. It is hot in here. Do we have anything else before we jump into the news tonight?
Yeah, I don't.
Besides a slight tad bit of a beginner's racism.
Oh yeah. You know what? We do need to do this. Base is bigger than all of us put together, but Base, you want to tell the audience who you are real quick?
I'm Bass FZZ. That is how you correctly pronounce my username.
Bass FZZ.
Yes.
That's how I do it all the time, and I feel like I'm doing it wrong.
No, that's exactly right, actually. I make
easy.
YouTube videos every now and again about different social issues, and sometimes I talk about other stuff. I haven't uploaded it yet, but I was even making some videos on video games I enjoy playing, so stuff like that's coming eventually. But I usually talk about the world in general and different philosophical ideas. So not really too far off from pretty much everyone that's currently here anyway.
I've been a fan of your stuff for a long time. I've told our audience to watch you many times. The first time that I actually told them to watch you was during the Andy Worski, Theron Meyer / Hi, I Think I'm Real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the reasons I like you. And it's that in your video on the whole subject, you're like, I don't even like Andy, and you guys you're wrong here. And because you're like, this is exactly what Andy's audience expects. Why are you surprised by this? And you're one of those people that even with like your incel stuff, because you're very sympathetic to incels, but like in your video today, you're like, they're gremlins, and some of them look like gremlins. You're honest, even when you're making your points, you're still honest about what's going on. And guys, if you haven't seen his stuff, he is linked below, and make sure you check him out.
Yeah, well, we can talk about incels at some point in the night.
Oh, certainly, certainly.
The way I go about making videos, man, is I'm too real. I'm too real. No, I'm kidding. I think honesty is the best policy. One thing, I want the audience to trust me and know that my opinions are genuine. So, I mean, as a necessity, I have to be honest and open and say what I think is real. But I think that's probably it more than anything else, is just so the audience knows they can trust my opinion for the most part. To know that I'm not gonna hit you up with the bullshit. That when I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And if I'm wrong, then I can admit to being wrong whenever it happens, when it occurs. And I have no problem chatting with people and telling them why I feel a particular way. So
see, I think this is a problem too many people in our society have. I don't agree with you on everything, of course, because
that's
I don't even agree with myself on everything. So but I believe what you say. I believe you believe what you say, which is a rare thing these days, I find.
Yeah, certainly, man. Especially with June. I've never really been a huge fan of June. Shimon-head. And she's a really classic example, I find, of a cool kid who kind of goes where the wind blows. And there's certainly a lot of other people who are like that, especially on the internet. They just kind of go where the money follows, or they go where the attention follows, and they're not really consistent with themselves or with their audience. And I try to avoid being that way.
Indeed. Thank you, ex-Bubba Hotep. First Saturday off I have this year. Have a good show. Thanks for sticking around with us, bud. Scribbles, do we have news tonight?
We have a little. Not a whole lot happened today, but one or two things jumped out at me. So it looks like North Korea is suffering from "but I still want to be with you" syndrome. North Korea's Kim, quote, set on, unquote, Trump summit. It is North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's fixed will that a summit with U.S. President Donald Trump in Singapore should go ahead, state media say. Mr. Trump canceled the summit on Thursday, citing the North's hostility, but then rode back after conciliatory messages from Pyongyang. Leaders from North and South Korea also agreed to, quote, meet frequently, the North's KCNA agency added. It follows a surprise summit between Mr. Kim and Moon Jae-in on Saturday. President Moon's spokesman said there had been a candid exchange of views in the 2 hours of talks between the two leaders. Their second ever meeting took place in the demilitarized zone between the two countries. It appeared to be an effort to put the proposed U.S.-North Korea summit, scheduled to be held in Singapore on 12 June, back on track. Quote, they shared the opinion that they would meet frequently in the future to make dialogue brisk and pool wisdom and efforts, expressing their stand to make joint efforts for the denuclearization of the Korean peninsula, KCNA said. It said Kim Jong-un had thanked Moon Jae-in for, quote, much effort made by him to arrange the Singapore summit and expressed his fixed will that it would take place. So, bad cop is working? I don't know.
Either that or Kim's got some type of plan. Those are the only two options. Either he's actually genuinely like, all right, well, you've played your hand. I've seen the type of fucking person you are. So let's do this and let's get it over with. Or he going in with some type of trump card. Like he's
Trump card.
Those are the trump card. Those are the only two outcomes that I see. Because
you think he's playing 4D chess, basically?
I think he might be trying to. Now, that's not to say that what he's going to
successful.
Yeah, but I think because so far, if you look at their history and how they've responded to most of this shit, like they're the ones who pull out. You know what I mean? They're the ones who don't stick to their word, and they're the ones who usually fall back on when people are otherwise trying to be peaceful. They're like, fuck that, we're not doing that. And now it just seems a little opportunistic, but we'll see.
You know, there's going to be a game at some point where it's like regarding Donald Trump, it'll be 4D chess or stupidity.
Right.
You know, it's going to be like, pick it out. You know, the historians will say, was that him being brilliant or just luckily dumb?
I think Kim is signaling to the Chinese regime. I think he's like, ooh, God, I didn't mean to fuck this up, you guys. I promise I'm still being a good boy.
Okay.
Yeah, and also he might have made some promises or had some ties with them that he needs to stick to, because that might be a part of whatever they got going on too. Like, you need to meet with America and get this shit together, or we ain't fucking with you no more.
Yeah. Real quick, thank you, W.R. Costin. I'm sorry I am late tonight. For that, I promise not to insult you the day before yesterday. Have a nice day. Thank you so much. Yeah. How neat would it be if this summit actually happened? Like Donald Trump just showed up there on the 12th. Like, let's do it.
I mean, depending on the outcome, it'd be real neat. But
if they even sit down to talk, I mean, that is fucking historic. Even if nothing comes from it, that's the start. Well, I don't want to say if nothing comes from it, then of course not. But if nothing comes from it, say in this administration,
like in the, immediate future.
Yeah, that is still historic. I mean, it's Nixon going to China.
Well, I'm gonna just throw out a crazy, ridiculous Michael Bay scenario real quick.
There's gonna be robots.
Trump's gonna show up, and they're gonna do the handshake, and then Kim's gonna jump out of the way like an anime character, like jump back. A firing squad's gonna come out, and they're gonna Swiss cheese him.
Oh my God!
He's gonna be like, "Threaten me, will you?" And then all the leftists are gonna like throw a fucking collective party. Like, yes, our leader has been destroyed in battle by another country. Hooray!
I think you need more sleep. What else is on the docket?
Well, let's see. How about some hate crimes? Headstones spray painted with swastikas in Illinois cemetery.
You think
as many as 200 headstones were vandalized with swastikas at a cemetery in Glen Carbon, Illinois, Glen Carbon Police Lieutenant Wayne White said. Homes in the division in neighboring Edwardsville, Illinois, were also vandalized with swastikas. Police suspect an adult male in both incidents. Edwardsville police released surveillance video of the suspect. The headstones were spray painted sometime between midnight and 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Vandalism is being considered as institutional vandalism and possibly as a hate crime, White said.
Time out. White said, oh my God.
Well, I mean, that's the cop's name. His last name is White, so,
what the hell is institutionalized vandalism?
I don't know. That's the first time I've ever seen that phrase so far as I can recall.
Yeah, same here, actually.
Let's find out. We are a learning show, so let's find out what that means. Institutionalized
like an asshole with spray paint.
What you need to know about institutional vandalism.
Oh my God.
In Pennsylvania, you commit institutional vandalism if you knowingly desecrate, vandalize, or deface the building, objects, inside or grounds of a church, synagogue, or any place used for religious worship, a cemetery, or a mortuary. Okay, so if you target an institution of prominence like that, then that is called institutional vandalism. You're essentially defacing the institution of the religion that is hosting that, material or whatever.
Okay, that makes it. That's reasonable.
Fancy vandalism. Thank you, Gregory Hurst. At least we know the victim didn't do it themselves.
We know that because it's happened more times than not recently.
Zombies, man, zombies. Okay. What's next?
I had something, and apparently I closed the window, so I didn't have something. Okay.
This was in the New York Times today. Reparation Happy Hour invites white people to pay for drinks.
Jesus.
In Portland, Oregon, organizers of the Reparation Happy Hour invited Black, Brown, and Indigenous people to a bar and handed them $10 bills as they arrived. A small but symbolic gift, mostly funded by white people who are asked not to attend.
Yes. Oh, wait, they hand over their money to an event they're not going to be at because they're white.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, look. One, this is dumb as fuck. But as a marketing thing, how fucking genius is this?
Oh, yeah.
You get people to pay for other people's drinks. And it doesn't even matter if those people show up or not. You get the money anyway. And you get to say, look how racist I'm not.
So the people who gave over money to this, would they be like financial cucks?
I guess so.
Ay, caramba.
Those little piggies.
Real quick at the end of the article, it says, anticipating some criticism, they're talking about the bar owner. He noted that it was not meant to diminish the seriousness of reparations. Should anyone question why white people were not invited, he said, they show up by donating to make sure the event happens. More than 100 people, not all of them white, donated, he said.
Wow. That's probably a better guilt trip for money than the Catholic Church could pull off.
Okay, I just... it's like, okay, my brain hurt when I first read this morning. Like, okay, if you take reparations seriously, this should be insulting as fuck.
True.
Because you're literally going, to make you feel better, here, get drunk.
Yeah. Well, we know how you Negroes have a hard time buying your own drink, so we got some really pathetic white people.
We know how much you guys like
just
welfare.
Enough.
Here's a more direct form of welfare. You niggers will be fine. I'm sorry, not niggers. I mean people of color. I'm sorry. Why don't you niggers come get drunk? I mean, I'm sorry. Negroes get drunk.
And this guy's getting a pat on the back for it.
Oh yeah, of course. Because,
sure.
Yeah, and that's how it goes.
So I'd like to announce yet another Ranting Monkey fundraiser. I want to start the reparations stream donations. If you feel bad for what happened to blacks in the past, give that money to me, and I'll spend it.
No, we might have to tweak the rules. You only can do it on Mondays and Thursdays, and you'll still be buying a Negro a drink. Same thing.
Yeah, I just can't believe. And this was in the fucking New York Times.
Like I said, it is totally acceptable now. Like white people, that's it. Like, and I could use my powers for evil. Like I know you guys have seen me do it before when people are like, "I'm so sorry, black people, that the people who look like me have been so horrible. I don't know how to begin to make it up to you." And I'm like, "Here's my PayPal account."
Real quick, this is the picture that accompanies the article.
Oh Jesus!
And all them black people like, free shit. This doesn't confirm the stereotype at all.
Man, it's just anyway. That's all I had for stories. I saw that, like, Jesus.
I've only got one more.
On Facebook.
Sorry.
Super chat.
You
no, okay. Just a new one popped up. Thank you, Gregory. Satsu, you had me at buying a Negro.
Oh my god.
So
y'all are genuinely terrible people.
The U.S. has lost track of 1,500 immigrant children, but says it's not legally responsible.
Wait,
The federal government has placed thousands of unaccompanied immigrant children in the homes of sponsors, but last year it couldn't account for nearly 1,500 of them. Stephen Wagner, a top official with the Department of Health and Human Services, disclosed the number to a Senate subcommittee last month while discussing the state of the Office of Refugee Resettlement that oversees the care of unaccompanied immigrant children. Wagner is the acting assistant secretary for the Administration for Children and Families, which is part of the Department of Health and Human Services. ORR is a program of the Administration for Children and Families. Okay. CNN reported earlier this month that in his testimony, Wagner said during the last 3 months of 2017, the ORR lost track of nearly 1,500 immigrant children it had placed in the homes of sponsors. Wagner's statement has attracted more attention amid reports that immigrant children are being separated from their parents at the U.S. border. Wagner said the Department of Homeland Security referred more than 40,000 immigrant children to the ORR during the 2017 fiscal year. After a stay in the ORR shelter, the majority of children are sent to live with sponsors who have close ties to the children, typically a parent or close relative, though some end up living with other than close relatives or non-relatives. Between October and December 2017, Wagner told the subcommittee the ORR reached out to 7,635 unaccompanied children to check on them. But the ORR, quote, was unable to determine with certainty the whereabouts of 1,475 children, he testified. An additional 28 had run away. That's more than 19% of the children that were placed by the ORR, but Wagner said HHS is not responsible for the children. Quote, I understand that it has been HHS's longstanding interpretation of the law that ORR is not legally responsible for children after they are released from ORR care, Wagner said. The office is, quote, taking a fresh look at that question, he added, but if the ORR were to be legally responsible for the well-being of unaccompanied immigrant children, it would need a significant increase in resources.
I didn't notice in there, how attractive were these children?
Yeah, I was going to bring that up at some point, but I figured I'd let you step into that yourself.
Well, isn't that, I don't know, because like I don't really know the policy behind it, but is an orphanage responsible for somebody who's adopted a kid?
No. Well, what it sounds like is sort of like this is a special sort of social child protective services kind of thing for immigrant children. And the same problems that you see in social services in cities or states and such is that more often than not, they are understaffed and underfunded and cannot actually keep up with half the things going on because there's just so much to do. If they've lost track of them, that doesn't mean like the kids, I presume, aren't running wild somewhere or have been kidnapped. They just got lost in the paperwork. So out of like 7,000 almost 8,000 kids, they lost track of like a quarter of them. So,
I'm very confused though. If they're not responsible for them, why do they even bother checking?
Yeah, or legally responsible.
Yeah,
legally responsible. Yeah, and the other thing too is that and they don't really say in the article, they're separated from their families at the border, yet they could be housed or fostered out essentially to a parent or family member. I mean, I guess if you have a citizen, I don't know. It's confusing.
Thank you, Shio. I think my wife is baking some kind of herb bread. You better not be setting me up for a nasty joke to read on air.
You know he
probably is. Yeah, that's the opening line to some punchline that's going to be like, oh, I just heard her say she was getting her dildo ready.
Oh my God. Damn it,
Wah.
Jesus Christ.
Wah. Anyway, so lost children. I just thought I'd the country of lost children. I just thought I'd bring that up for the hell of it.
Cool.
Jeez.
Is that all we have for news?
Well, unless you call a Han Solo quiz news.
Well, I do want to talk about Han Solo because I named the stream Solo. I just noticed an article that says that it's pacing behind Rogue One.
Yeah, I've listened to so I haven't seen it myself. I don't have any spoilers to give, but I've listened now to 3 different reviews from 3 different reviewers of movies that I generally I'm on the same wavelength with. And all of them have expressed decided disappointment. Even those who are super fans that were clawing for reasons to like it. I'm not going to say the details of what they gave away because I already have some spoilers given to me and that kind of thing. But right now, someone who follows this... Hello?
Did Scribe robot?
Hello?
No, he wasn't roboting at the moment, but you just did.
Yeah. Okay, so it's me. Beautiful.
Okay. So one of the guys that I follow who pays attention specifically to the industry side of things and the money and that kind of stuff, his prediction, and again, this is just a prediction, based on the current numbers, that Solo won't even crack 100 million on its first opening weekend, which is unheard of for a Star Wars movie at this stage of the game, which means that given how much money they probably spent first making the film, scrapping their directors, remaking the film with Ron Howard, this thing is going to be an absolute bust.
Kathleen Kennedy's going to learn eventually.
No, she won't.
No, she won't. No, she's got too many.
When she loses enough money.
Well, somebody was ranting about it earlier. I saw on Facebook, of course. But
yeah, Disney's going to have to make a decision at some point because she might be able to get away. Because Last Jedi still made a ton of money. It doesn't matter the quality.
Yes, it did.
But if Solo ends up going through the basement on the return on investment, they might mark it up as well. This is just a fluke because of the director thing. But if the Boba Fett movie or Episode 9 do anywhere near like less numbers than Last Jedi, she might be out the door, and I wouldn't be unhappy.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it might be possible that they're using the what should I call, like, anthology films, I guess you can call them.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe what they're trying to do with them is keep Star Wars in their collective conscious. Almost in a similar vein that Marvel has a bunch of different phase movies in between the Avengers. So that way we never forget that there's an ongoing story, or it's always in our mind. That being said, I don't think they're doing the right choice or the right decision by having all these. One, relying on nostalgia with Rogue One and this bullshit Solo film. But I think maybe that's what it's all about. So maybe they don't really care, or they're not really going to be too bothered with the lack of a return, because they're still going to be focusing on the main films, I think. Yeah,
the problem is that I think what worked for Star Wars is the fact that every movie was part of a sweeping epic storyline. There was a main arc, but there's a whole bunch of subordinate characters, and the whole thing was it's a space opera. That's the whole point of it. When they start winnowing it down to, okay, now we're going to do Captain America Solo, and over here we're going to do Iron Man Rogue One or whatever, where you just like take a slice out. You're essentially doing the work for the fans that they were doing in between movies for the last 30 years of expanded universe.
Yeah.
You leave that stuff open. You leave it to the imaginations of the fans. They'll still keep coming back because, holy shit, a franchise that was practically dead until 1992 or whatever, when Timothy Zahn wrote his trilogy of books, resurrected it. And then, without Timothy Zahn, I don't think there would have been any prequels. I don't think that this whole shit would have happened afterwards. The fans are there. You don't need to make a movie every fucking year. You're going to milk it to death real quick.
Thank you, Point Curation. People should sub to Bass. Yes. Is it okay? Honestly, is it Bass? Bass? Is Bass?
It's Bass. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
I feel like I'm misgendering you if I say it wrong.
Are you a fish or a guitar? Damn it!
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all the genders. How about that?
There you go.
And a fish guitar. A fish guitar.
Right.
Somebody do some fan art of a fish guitar to make this all make sense.
A bass that looks like a bass.
Yeah, for me, it's just that they're killing Han Solo, who's my favorite character in the Star Wars universe, and fuck him, I'm not watching.
Well, that's why
when I heard Scribe was not going to see this opening day, that's when I knew Star Wars had jumped the shark.
I knew so much about the behind the scenes stuff on this without knowing the plot details that I was like, I thought the behind the scenes stuff for Rogue One was kind of funky. But I thought maybe that was just a one-off because they took a guy who was basically like a director of like 2 or 3 movies and just sort of threw him into a big budget situation. But no, they'd have no idea what they're doing. And after Last Jedi, I don't have any confidence in Disney or Lucasfilm anymore, unless or until they either get rid of Kathleen Kennedy or produce a movie that is not in the present continuity. Knights of the Old Republic, or like Monkey says, jump ahead 400, 5,000 years or something and start off fresh.
You could start out fresh in only like 100 years. You don't really need that big of a gap.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, anything to get away from trying to live in nostalgia.
Yeah, yeah. One, good point. But 2, you could just go to a different part of the galaxy and just like have a sequel series that takes place at the same time, but people are doing different things.
Well, I always wanted 1313, the video game they canceled, where it was just like crime lord underworld stuff that had nothing to do with the Force, but taking place on Coruscant and the underlevels. I always thought that was a great setting for a show or series.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what I mean. Well, I said different part of the universe, but I mean, you know, same basic principle. You have like underlords or like people doing different things within the main story, or maybe even after in between the story. You know, because it just kind of shows that the world doesn't stop turning, or galaxy, more rather.
Well, what I thought they were going to do with Rogue One, I honestly thought, because I was giving them more credit than they're due, I thought they were going to pick out background characters from like episode 4, like people you just see slightly out of focus in costume, and then take those people and make them the main characters leading up to that. And like actually have a bridge and a link to the actual thing without having to do a whole lot of heavy lifting on character design. But no, they just made a bunch of disposable characters and ta-da. So anyway.
No, honestly, that's a terrible idea.
I know.
Rogue One is not yours. I'm sorry. I'll be your idea is okay. Your idea is okay. I actually like. I actually think it's more creative than what we got. The idea of Rogue One itself, however, I feel is a terrible idea. I don't think we needed a prequel to the episode 4, considering the fact that we had an entire fucking prequel series. I don't think we needed a whole movie to explain the throwaway line. The royal base got the plans.
Right.
It's like, okay, like we got it. They get we know how it's gonna end. They got the plans, but I mean, what did we gain from going all the way through the story? I don't think there's anything to be gained, honestly.
It was a pointless side quest. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Not
only was it pointless. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, not only was it pointless, it genuinely makes it look like they didn't accomplish much of anything.
Yeah, it doesn't even fit. The continuity of the events don't even fit. Anyway. But Monkey, I pulled up a Han Solo quiz to test your Han Solo fandom.
Okay, let's save that for if we have time during a deep topic.
All right. Okay.
Let's get into some MSS news here. I'm getting a little bit of an echo somewhere.
Testing. I don't hear it.
Okay.
Testes.
Okay, time for my news announcer voice. Guys, if there's a story you'd like to share with us and have us cover on the air, hit us up at the hashtag MSS News over on the Twitter machine. Can't get to all of them, but we get to as many as we can, and we thank you for your submissions. How'd I do?
Wow. Very good.
Thank you. I stumbled a little bit there on that one.
No, that's fine.
I mean, at least you have a radio voice.
I do. It's sexy. Now, normally I turn to you, Scribe, but I pulled up
I turn to you. Oh, sorry.
I pulled up the hashtag, and I have to read this story.
All right.
But be on standby because you know I'm going to stumble over this shit, and I'm going to have you take over eventually. Anyway, so
I'm slightly drunk, so go ahead.
Cool. This one comes to us from Stunlock Joe. Obese people should be allowed to turn up for work an hour later, government advisor recommends.
Yeah, because there's nothing different between them and us, and no reason for you to feel like there is. And this is why they should get special treatment.
Fat workers. Oh, God. Fat workers should be allowed to turn up late and be protected under anti-discrimination law, a leading employment specialist has said. The plan could see obese office workers missing the rush hour commute, demand an extra large chair, and even work from home. Yeah, that's what they need, not to move. Jesus fuck. Oh, my God. Fucking, sorry. Commercial just started playing in my ear and startled me. UK government advisors will propose changes at the European Congress on Obesity in Vienna, as new research shows Brits are among most fattish in Europe.
Is that right, Bear? Still in the chat? Can you confirm that Britons are the most fattish?
Professor Stephen Bavon has advised the Department of Work and Pension and is a member of the public. I want to see this guy. Is he a whale? It can be working time. It can be having a bit of understanding that someone might need to turn up at 10 a.m. because they have trouble with transport or anxiety about transport. Fuck you. Get your fat ass to work on time. Thank you, Three-Sided Coin. In that case, I identify as a fat worker. Yeah. What are they going to do? Say you don't?
Right. They can't deny you your identity.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, eventually, they're just going to start installing treadmills.
They should.
Into the cubicle. They're using the treadmill in the cubicle just so they avoid paying the taxes for having to compensate for these fat people. They're going to make them lose weight.
Letting them sit at home in a chair. Oh, God. They have anxiety about being judged on public transport, apparently. I don't know. Sorry, I was reading a comment in the chat. This one comes to us from Colleen Bernier, our chief Florida correspondent, but this is not about Florida. Canadian officiates wedding while both she and the bride are in labor. Montreal's Sushma. Okay, see, this is why Scribe usually reads these. He actually tries to pronounce the names. I'm not even going to do this. Sushma, wed couple from her hospital bed in New York City. Sushma was hours away from giving birth to her second child when she was called upon to officiate a wedding. The Montreal woman, who now lives in New York, was in labor on May 16th at New York Presbyterian Weill Cornell Medical Center when her anesthesiologist mentioned that a couple in the same maternity ward was desperately looking for a chaplain so they could tie the knot before their baby was born. I very conversationally just offered back that I had the ability to officiate weddings thanks to the internet.
Oh, God.
Oh, there you go. So at least they didn't have a bastard. They had an internet clergyman.
If they didn't want a bastard child, shouldn't they have considered that idea just a wee bit before they were having sex?
You would think, or at the very least, as soon as they found out they were pregnant, start making.
They had 9 months to prepare for this moment. Like, how do you procrastinate on that? Of all the things you can procrastinate on, how are you in labor? Shit. Like, oh shit, I forgot to get married. They're like, fuck.
Fucking baby's crown, and she's holding the head like, no.
Well, the great part is in the picture, the woman who did the officiating is in her bed. She can't even get up. So they all came to her. So there's a pregnant lady standing next to her with their now husband, and a whole bunch of, somehow they had a bunch of bridesmaids. There's like 18 people in this fucking picture. Oh God.
Man. The doctor's like, you need to push. She's like, nah, just give it a second. Hold on. The baby will be all right. We got to get married first.
See, when I read that headline originally, I thought it was a situation. I obviously misread it. I thought it was a lesbian couple who were getting married while they were both pregnant.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It took me a second because I was kind of like, I was like, both she and the bride. I was like, so one of them is the groom. That's how my brain went.
Thank you, Prospero. Who is clicking constantly in the background? I don't know.
I don't. Probably me. It could be me.
It's bass bass. It's bass bass.
Yeah. Bass bass.
Bass bass.
This one also comes to us from Colleen Bernier, and it is a Florida woman story of sorts. Are you waiting for it? Service dog unexpectedly gives birth at Florida airport. A service dog unexpectedly went into labor before she and her two owners were slated to board a flight at Tampa's International Airport on Friday. The 2-year-old yellow lab, Eleanor Ellie Rigby, named after the Beatles song of the same name. God, I hate dog people. Gave birth to 8 puppies, 7 males and 1 female, according to the Tampa Fire Rescue. The puppies' father, a yellow lab named Nugget, who is also a service dog, was also at the airport at the time of birth. I hope they got married.
Oh, dude, those tickets just got significantly more expensive.
Yeah. Still a better love story than prosthetic dog testicles.
This is true.
That was an actual story.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, there's a guy who became a millionaire making prosthetic dog testicles.
Why?
Because dog people are weird.
Dog people are weird, and dogs that have been neutered apparently still like to have balls down there.
Oh my!
Damn it, ex-Bubba, I was drinking. Florida dog? Oh God, it's spreading to different species. Indeed.
Hey, Florida man knows no bounds. Let me tell you something.
Indeed. What else do we have here? Oh, this one comes to us from George Mason. Passengers stuck after train driver gets lost.
How do you get?
I don't. Let's find out.
You're on tracks for fuck's sake!
saying.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Jenny Harvey said she didn't know it was even possible for trains to go the wrong way, but found out that indeed they can.
Oh my God.
Jenny Harvey, who was riding the cross-country train service, tweeted to say she was stuck because the driver went the wrong way on Friday. She added, "Who knew this was even possible? Good night, baby. I love you." Mwah.
Bye, lady monkey.
She added, what was she? She was stuck because the driver went the wrong way. She added, "Who knew this was even possible?" Twitter user Ruth Adams replied, "I didn't know." Don't give me Twitter. What the hell happened? A cross-country spokesperson said, "Unfortunately, while being diverted because of an earlier event, our 1435 service from Newcastle to Reading was involved in an operational incident near somewhere that meant it was unable to continue. After a delay, the train was able to travel to Sheffield, where it was terminated." That's ominous. And customers were able to continue their journey on alternative services. Huh. So yeah, apparently trains can get lost if there's other things.
Terminated.
You've been terminated. I don't like the way they said that.
He was terminated.
Yeah, this one comes to us from Naj. Damn it, I clicked the wrong link. Let's get the actual link up here. Oh God. Husband hired homeless drug addict to rape his wife for $200.
What? What are you guys? Hold on, pause. Where are you guys finding these stories, man? Why do we keep getting? What is with this craziness?
That's what this whole hashtag was invented for, so users could give us fun stories to talk about on the air.
Yeah. So you can leave that up to the fucking psychos that follow us.
And you'd be surprised how many times we've covered a story on MSS News, and then 2 days later I hear it on the national news on the radio or something. Like the 30-year-old that wouldn't get out of his parents' apartment.
Yes.
We covered that at least 24 hours before the national services picked it up.
We're breaking news, y'all.
Right.
Bakersfield, California. Oh, wait, I'm going to share this picture because you got to see the gentleman involved there.
Oh, they're attractive, aren't they?
Bakersfield, California. Oh, wait, it's not going to let me do it. It's too long. Sorry about that. Check out the hashtag for it, guys. Authorities have shared shocking details from 2016 sexual assault case in which, they say, a married man hired a homeless drug addict to rape his wife for $200. In March 2016, officers responded to reports of an accident at Tahapchi home of Russell Higgins, 48, and his unnamed wife. According to court documents, however, what happened was no accident. After letting the police in, the wife told them that she had come home to see her husband waiting in their darkened bedroom alongside someone who she described as a younger black man. The wife then reported that Higgins and the stranger tied her up and forced her down on the bed, whereupon the man raped her while her husband watched and directed him. That's all I can take of that story. Fuck that guy. Good luck in prison, jackass.
Model citizen, that.
Jesus. Okay, we're going to do one more here. Okay, this one comes to us also from George Mason. And sorry, guys, I'm just going in order here. So if I didn't get to your story, I love you still, and thank you. But Denny's customer arrested after allegedly slapping waitress's butt.
Yay!
Wait, he was fired because he slapped the waitress's butt?
He was arrested.
Yeah,
How
he was.
hard
He was
did
a
he slap her
customer.
butt?
He was a
I don't
customer.
know.
Did he give her a spanking? Like what? How hard did he hit the woman, dude?
One New York man is accused of slapping a Denny's waitress on the bottom while his wife was in the bathroom. The 65. Oh, gee, what a winner.
They probably took him to jail for his safety.
The 65-year-old may now spend up to a year in jail.
Whoa!
On May 22nd, Clarence H. Locke Jr. arrived at Denny's in Rome with his wife around noon, sat down at one of Stafford Jamie Adair's tables, and ordered beverages. New Shrub reports. The customer and his wife came in together. I didn't recognize him by face. But when he walked in, he said, "Hello, Jamie." The 23-year-old waitress recalled. Probably looked at your name tag, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
As Locke's wife his wife went to the bathroom. I get their drink order. I turn to walk away, and he reaches out of the booth, almost falls out of the booth, and tries and hits my butt. And I was just in shock. I've never had something like that happen to me.
Maybe the nigga fell out his chair. Did you think
Wait.
of that?
So he tried to hit her butt?
He tried and almost missed.
He did the most amount of effort to hit her butt, nigga. Like he was trying to slap her butt like he was trying to catch the MacGuffin in a movie. That's how this shit was described. Like the fate of the world is at stake, and he has to slap her ass in order to save the universe or some shit. That's how he went to go grab her butt.
I think he was Bubba Hotep. Is he a cuck if the black man is raping her? I think he's a rapist for what happened there. He's just using someone else's dick in that story. Locke was later released on an appearance ticket for city court. Working women are sick and tired of being subject to this kind of abuse, said the district attorney. Why someone would think that they could touch these people like that defies logic. I don't know. And
I'm having a real tough time believing that this man, like fate of the world, reached out his hand to slap this girl's butt. Like is he trying to stop Thanos from getting the Infinity Stones? What the fuck is he doing?
Let me screen share this because there's a picture of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like video footage or something.
Let me see.
There's the picture of him. He had to reach way she's like quite a ways away. He didn't almost fall out like she describes, but he's reaching way out there.
Yeah, he is reaching out there. Okay, he is reaching.
He's definitely reaching for the cakes, and not the
ones.
Doesn't
even have cakes that are worth. You know him. He must feel mighty silly about that because her cakes were not worth it, man. Like if she had like a stripper booty or something like that, or like something like from an Instagram model, it's still wrong. But at the very least, I could say, okay, I get it.
Well, I mean, luckily for him, there'll be asses just like that in the prison that he's going to. So
he is going to jail for a year for reaching out desperately to slap a flat white ass.
I'm saying.
And good luck with that story in jail, dummy.
Yeah.
What are you in for? Grab an ass. Well, now that
what a coincidence.
I have breaking news.
Oh, what's breaking news?
Well, it's just one line right now, but I expect it to become a fuller story later. Breaking news. Trump says talks with North Korea on summit going, quote, very well.
I'm telling you, he's working this one. I'm not a big fan of the 4D chess thing on Trump, but I think he's working this one well.
We'll see, man. I'll be watching for that anime cutscene.
All he's got to do is bring a tree with him. He'll be safe. North Korea won't be able to see him. Okay, guys. Again, thank you so much for the stories. We're going to have to do a catch-up day and just do a whole bunch of these sometime soon. But that's enough for MSS News because we have to move on to YouTube time. And as is tradition, Satsu, what'd you do today?
Nothing on my main channel, but I uploaded the next 2 episodes of the series, which is going to be a constant now. And I feel like I'm going to start getting repetitive if I start saying this every time, but that's what I did. I am working on things for the main channel, but those are not completed yet. So you'll hear about it when it is.
Thank you, James Colley. To answer that question, Jefferson started the trend. I don't get that.
What, the ass slapping?
I'm confused by that, but thank you for the donation. Satsu, I just want to give you a little help here. When you do that, you got to tell him what channel that's on. What he meant was on 2 Cents Plus. He uploaded the other ones.
Oh,
you didn't tell him where.
I didn't said it so many times. Yeah, on my second channel, 2 Cents Plus is where I uploaded those videos, and it is episode 4, I believe, of Dying Light, and episode 10, I believe, of 7 Days to Die on the open server. So.
Hi, SDA. And before I read this from Cryptic, I want to remind everybody he's Asian, so he can make these jokes. At least it's not an Asian ass. He'd hit bone.
He'd hit air. That's what the nigga would hit.
I don't know, man. Apparently, Twitter is trying to convince me that Asians just got naturally fat booties because every morning I wake up and I'm on Twitter. I'm like, where is all this Asian booty coming from?
They're mixed with something, brother.
Man.
Their blood has been tainted. No, I'm kidding.
Scribbles, what'd you work on today?
Nothing. I had I spent time with family today, so I didn't have much time to do much of anything.
I didn't do anything. I woke up at 4:30 this afternoon. I slept for like 12 and a half hours. I said 11 and a half on Twitter, and then I did the math, and yeah, I went to bed before 4 and woke up at 4:30. So I didn't get shit done. Base Bass, what'd you work on?
Nothing. I probably should, but I didn't do anything today.
Wait, you didn't do nothing?
I didn't do nothing. I'm a didn't do.
You did do a video yesterday, though. Guys, a lot of people keep asking me on Twitter and elsewhere what an incel is. Go check out Base's channel. He's been doing such great coverage of this stuff lately. Which leads us to... Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I did a couple of. I think I did one at the very least a few months ago, long before it was more like a trending topic at the very least. Me and this guy named Glink is actually. I'm pretty sure you guys know who Glink is. He does a lot of informational type videos where he'll research a topic and put together like a 15 to 20-minute presentation and tell you the facts. So yeah, we both did videos on incels around the same time. It's like 8 months ago. Yeah.
Real quick, Check Your Logic asks, I see a lot of nice guests frequently. How often do you have guests on these streams? When I think about it, and I think there's somebody who'd be interesting to talk to, and they agree.
Yeah, if you're looking for guests on this show, most of the time we try to keep it on Saturdays. That's not always the case, but Saturdays is usually the day for.
It's another one of those things that started just by accident because I started just dropping guests on you guys. It's like, guys, I'm having somebody on Saturday. So yeah. That brings us to internet fucketry time, and there's actually been some today that I saw on the Twitter machine.
Fuckery.
Fucketry. Don't argue with me. I will play my handicap card on you.
It don't work on me. You know that.
I know, but Christy Winters has lost her damn mind again.
Of course she did.
Wait, she found it and then she just lost it?
She is determined to make sure she has literally no friends.
Mm.
She got into an argument with Ranting Feminist over Shoe on Head.
Oh boy.
Now, I don't. Whether you like Shoe on Head or not, people can be friends with her, and that doesn't mean that you can be friends with people you don't agree with, and that's what this comes down to. Christy doesn't like Ranting Feminists hanging out or associate. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Associating with Shoe on Head because Shoe on Head is friends with Lauren Southern. And
ironically, you would agree with Christy Winters.
Yeah,
that's the irony of the situation.
So wait, now it's not who you're friends with, but it's also who your friends are friends with. Now.
Oh yes.
We're going down the line now. Okay.
And on top of that, well, it was funny to watch. I can't read Christy's tweets because she blocked me. Before any of you ever heard my name.
Oh yeah, I'm blocked too, brother. It was over for me a long time ago.
I actually judge people who are not blocked by Christy. But you can read Ranting Feminist part of the conversation, and she does not back down at all. And she even points out that Christy has a a message on a response to a JF video where she's basically there supporting JF. And it's because she feels some solidarity over being a victim of the internet. And Ranting Feminist throws this right in her face, and I was like, damn, get her. But yeah, you should check that out if you're into the internet fucketry. It's funny. Claudia doesn't back down at all, which makes me laugh. What other internet fucketry? Anybody know of any?
Other than the dumb shit I see on Facebook.
Dumb shit on Facebook doesn't count. That's don't go to Facebook anymore.
Did Dusty ever? You said he resurrected from his.
He did.
Yeah. Okay.
He had his meltdown, and he feels better about it now. He was just a little disappointed.
You should have seen all the pacifying his fucking viewers do. Like they literally treat him like he's a special needs kid. The way that they talk to him, they're just like, it's okay, buddy, it's cool, don't worry about it. Because he basically jumped ship. Like, I don't know, Bass, if you've been paying attention to what's been going on with Dusty Smith, if you know who he is or whatever. But he used to be
talking about the logic, man.
Yeah, he used to actually do anti-SJW stuff. Like not as often as the atheist stuff, but he used to do it. But he swears now all of a sudden that he has never done that. He has never made anti-SJW videos. He has always seen the light and realized that he was well above that. And now he spends all of his time talking shit about people who do talk about that, because he knew all along that it was a lost cause, and he never stooped so low, because he figured that people on the left would just like rally to him. And he was crying to the internet that they literally show him very little to almost no support financially. Like they back him up and they like his tweets and shit, but they're like, oh, we're not going to support you though. Fuck that. And now he's all butthurt because he's like, I thought my plan would have worked. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah, he's going to lead the great liberal charge. It was funny as hell. Thank you, Gregory Hurst. Christy was meant for JF. We all know why. And somebody asked, who was that? Is she planning to make white babies for JF? Anybody who can still tweet at her, if you can ask her that question for me, I would appreciate it. And screenshot me the answer. Because it just make my day.
You won't be able to tweet her no more. That's the last time right there.
Get that screenshot quick. Yeah, and apparently Onision's trying to make himself relevant again by challenging Blair to fight, but Onision's just a joke at this point.
Oh my god, he's been trying so very hard. Just like, I swear I'm still relevant, I promise.
I totally even forgot Onision existed.
Yeah.
Literally, if you didn't say anything, I'd be like, who the fuck is that?
Cryptic, thank you. Answer SDA, Satsu. Love her. There you go.
Oh shit, I ain't even. Oh, hey, oh damn, she's saying my name a lot. Hold up. Hey, SDA.
You know how we are. We only half pay attention to chat till chat time.
Say my name. Say my name.
Okay,
sorry,
that brings
SDA.
us to deep topic time. Do we have a deep topic? I have a couple.
Well,
ideas.
I still have this quiz for you if you want to do that. But
let's do the Han Solo quiz. Let's do something fun first, and then because I have a bingo game for us.
Oh, okay. Well, this I want to narrow this just to Monkey, because Monkey says that Han Solo is his favorite character, so I really want to see how much he knows. I got 10 out of 10 when I did it. So let's begin. 10 questions.
All right.
What is the name of Han's home planet? I'll give you the options. There's multiple choice.
Oh.
Tatooine?
No.
Corellia?
Yes.
Camino? Or Dagobah?
The B.
Corellia. Okay. You are correct. Next. Why did Jabba the Hutt put a bounty on Han's head?
Because he owed Jabba money when he got boarded. He dumped his cargo and wasn't able to get the money, but he still owed Jabba for it.
Okay. Han lost a shipment of spice owed to Jabba. You are correct. In The Empire Strikes Back, Han is frozen in what substance?
Carbonite.
All right.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah, these are not heavy lifting questions for the most part. What temporary affliction does Han suffer from when Leia releases him from the carbonite?
He's blinded.
He's lost his sight. You are correct. Complete this insult. You stuck up, half-witted, scruffy-looking...
Nerf herder.
You are correct.
I was about to say, bitch.
In The Force Awakens, what is the real name of Han and Leia's son?
It's Ben.
Okay, wait. Yes, I know it's Ben, yes, but we talked about this beforehand. That's expanded universe. Fuck that.
No, it's not. That's you said the movies. That's one of the movies.
It is well known. I only count the first 3 movies, but go ahead.
Oh, well, sorry. Next, who did the Millennium Falcon originally belong to?
Lando.
Satsu.
Yeah.
Well, until the Solo movie comes out.
Yeah, God knows. In his first scene in A New Hope, Han is in the Mos Eisley Cantina meeting which bounty hunter?
Oh, I'm going to say it wrong. Guido? I don't.
Greedo, you got it.
I always want to call him Guido.
Guido. Han. Okay, 2 more. Han claims to have completed the Kessel Run hyperspace route in how many parsecs?
Under 12.
Less than 12. You're correct. And lastly, what's Han's legendary response when Princess Leia tells him, "I love you"?
I know.
You're right. 10 out of 10. Monkey is a winner.
That was so easy, though.
I know. It's super easy.
At all.
It's super easy. But I just wanted to see. Anyway, that was my gimmick for the night. Proceed.
I'm presenting a bingo card to you guys.
Okay.
Pathetic loser. Okay. Let's see
Now,
if I can get bingo.
I almost complete the card.
Oh boy.
I saw this today. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. In the upper left, starting there, uses the term normal fag non-ironically. I think you mean unironically. I've never even heard the term.
Me neither.
What's a normal fag?
I know it. A normal fag is a normal person that interacts in society that doesn't spend most of their time on the internet. But when they do get on the internet, they, are kind of mean or don't seem to understand the internet lingo.
Gotcha. Okay. This is actually one of my favorite ones. The next one here. So I don't get number 1 there. Listens to metal video game music or no music at all. Where does metal fit into that?
First of all, first of all, I listen to video game music, so fuck off, bingo. I love video game music. That shit is cool.
Well, I mean, the qualifier was or no music at all, so
yeah,
it doesn't apply to us.
So you can't listen to metal or video game music, but you have to like music.
Yeah, exactly. Which is whack. It's weak. They're trying to strong arm you.
Thank you. Point. Normie's gonna norm. Yeah, I'm. Never been to a club or doesn't enjoy going clubbing. Look, just because. Fuck off. I don't like clubs. I mean, if you're an introverted person and you don't enjoy going to clubs, you're a loser. Being a pathetic loser. What if you don't like the vibe, man? What if you don't like getting grinded on? But you're still like social. You still like interacting with people and talking to them. Like that one. Go ahead. Is not interested in fashion.
Oh, fuck off. Okay, there you go. I got another one. You guys, you are an asshole, pathetic loser, bingo. First of all, no man, let's be real here. No man that has a healthy sex drive for females should ever fucking should not have that point in there.
Nope.
Why as a man would you give a shit about fashion? Why?
I keep trying to convince people or explain to people that women's fashion, every time they're bitch about how men objectify themselves. Look, women's fashion is entirely controlled by women and gay men, the people who don't have any interest in getting in vaginas. So you can't blame that shit on us.
Exactly. Niggas ain't got nothing to do with that.
What's so funny about that, though, is they'll say in the same breath when you say, oh, well, it was what you're wearing. And they're like, no, men don't care what women wear because they'll rape a woman wearing pajamas. I'm like, oh, but it's also simultaneously us who force these norms on you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Does not own a car, Satsu and Scribe.
Damn.
Yeah, that's true.
That's upsetting because I owned a car, but my car got totaled. This thing is just hitting with the low blows. Fuck you, Bingo.
Oh, wait for the
That
next
car
one.
accident. That car accident wrecked me, man. I'm upset with that one.
You know what? By not going to clubs and not owning a car, I am more financially secure than the guys who do.
You loser.
Are. Yeah.
I know, right? I'm a total loser.
So let me look at this one. I got listens to video game music. I've got not interested in fashion, and I got does not own a car. But that's not my fault. It was totaled. That's gay.
Don't you have clubbing too?
I mean,
or do you go clubbing?
I have been clubbing, so
okay.
I don't particularly dislike it. I don't dislike. It's not my favorite thing to do. I don't think it counts for me because one, I have gone, and two, I don't dislike it. I just
okay for me. I've gone, but I don't go anymore. Really.
Yeah. I don't
so, like so far, I am one. I'm 3 out of 5. Also, no, I'm 4 out of 5. No, 3 out of 5 because I do have a car. Huh.
I looked through them all. I didn't complete a line. There's bits and pieces that technically apply to me, but
let's not spoil it. Let's just.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, this one's for you, Satsu. Ever watched anime?
Fuck off.
Really?
Fuck all the way off.
Well, that's becoming less and less relevant because of Netflix now, and Hulu. And anime is becoming like people are way more receptive now than they were before. So
look at the ever watched anime.
That kind of kills me.
Anime and hated it.
Right.
Well, there's that. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. But what I was gonna say was we have to pretend that young boys did not watch fucking Toonami. That you were just a super badass ultimate Chad, even when you were 5 years old, and you didn't watch Rurouni Kenshin, you didn't watch Yu Yu Hakusho, you didn't fucking touch Dragon Ball Z. So even fucking thug gangster niggas, dude, the fucking bad boy smoke weed with his friends have seen an episode of Dragon Ball Z. Get fucked. CEOs of companies have watched Dragon Ball Z. Come on.
I feel like you need to make a video about this on your channel.
I'll do it, man.
Thank you, Gregory Hurst. You know what? I might make a video, my pathetic loser video, and do the actual bingo. Gregory Hurst.
That'd be hilarious.
Next, uses the phrase "financially secure."
What?
Shut up!
Come on, dude. So basically,
wait, hang on, Satsu. That's him making fun of Scribe. Oh. That's not on the card.
Oh, I'm about to say.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that was a super chat.
Next up, actually, lives with his parents, is older than 18. There's reasons for that to happen. It's not the 30-year-old who had to get kicked out. That be fair.
Yeah.
Owns video game related action figures. I can top that motherfucker. I have video game related Lego action figures below me.
I can't fit that one.
I mean, I got statues and shit that I got from Loot Crate, but
the only one I know of is that I went once just because it was there and I'd never seen anything like it before. I bought a Duke Nukem action figure.
Huh?
That's as close as I've ever come to it.
Next up, unemployed. Yeah, you got me again, but I'm crippled, bitch.
Well, I'm employed now, so get fucked. Get fucked, loser. Or get fucked, bingo.
Well, here, my philosophy is if I'm making enough to pay at least rent, then I am employed.
There you go.
So, fuck
kind of
you.
have to. I mean, I would imagine you would be, yeah. If you're doing work and you're getting paid.
Yep. So
Scribe has a job. That's why he can't hang out late with me and Satsu. So
that's true.
Loser. More of that financial security shit.
That's right.
Loser.
Next up, still a virgin.
I'm actually still a virgin, so I'd have to put a point there.
Damn losers everywhere.
I'm a fucking loser. But you know, here's the thing, though. I will pause to say this, man. Sure. Like I'm actually a virgin by choice, because I've known there have been a couple of ladies I could have had sex with way back when. I just never really had like an opportunity to, like a private place of which we could, do the do.
Dude, that's what the club bathrooms are for.
Man, get fucked. I'm not having sex with some random broad in the club bathroom. You want to know something? Let me pause to say this though. I've heard so many stories. I'm a substitute teacher, right? I have heard so many stories of kids having sex in the bathroom, and it's not enough that the kids have sex in the bathroom. It's that they get caught. And you know how like everyone has a smartphone now, right? These kids will now record people having sex in the bathroom and spread it around school. So they've taken being called a hoe to the next level. They've gone further and beyond with this.
We got receipts, bitches.
I'm saying, dude, like it's straight exposed. It's straight caught. You can't deny that, bro. You can't deny.
Thank you, Diesel Dave. I've never watched any anime. You should. Some of it's good, actually. A little bit of what I saw, but some of it's crap.
You're missing out, I have to say, if you've never watched any anime.
Yeah, there's some good stuff out there.
Next up, this is gonna hit a few of us. Prefers soda over coffee or tea.
You have to be one of those distinguished people to be able to drink coffee and tea. If you prefer that lowbrow soda, you're a fucking loser, aren't you? Just so fucking high tea over here, only eating crumpets with his tea, probably too.
I wish Irate Bear was in here. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You fucking kidding me?
I don't even drink soda anymore, so
I don't either, actually.
yeah, I stopped that like a couple years ago. So
never been on a date. Well, technically, I've never been on a date.
But you're married, right?
I'm married, yes.
That's hilarious. This thing's trying to paint you as a loser, but you have a wife.
When you think about it, a real date, I've taken my wife on dates, but when they're talking about dating, I never really dated. I met girls in high school, we had sex, and then I eventually married one. I married the best of them.
I've been on a date a couple of times.
Yeah, I've been on quite a few unfortunate dates.
Scribbles, you been on a date before?
Oh, several.
It didn't say successful date. So
no, well, if it depends on how you count success. If you count success like getting into bed on the first date, several.
There you go. Scribbles is a straight up gangster.
Well, that's how me and Squishy got together.
He's a slut. He's a little man whore.
Yeah,
he's a slutty boy.
The free space goes on 4chan. That's not what a fucking free space means.
Yeah.
You don't even know how bingo works, dick.
Yeah, you dumbass.
Now, this one we might have to have a discussion about. Doesn't shower daily. You don't need to shower daily. It's actually not good for you.
Every 2 days is worst for me.
Well, I shower daily because I usually exercise after I get home from work.
Exactly.
So I don't want to go to work the next day with like sweat clinging onto me. So
for the way they describe this person, it's a homebody who doesn't do anything, doesn't get any exercise. That person doesn't need to shower daily. Every other day, probably. But unless you're sweaty or you're getting in touch with dirt, you don't need. George Carlin said this in one of his stand-ups. You don't have to shower every day. Clean the basic areas and you're fine.
Well, first of all, they're making the mistake of thinking that daily showering is the people who they're trying to make fun of's problem. Their problem is showering at all. It's not a daily thing with them. It's period. Have you ever been to an anime convention? Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all depends on your occupation. Depends on what you do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, especially here in America, I mean, we take showers a little too seriously, and I don't mean that as a bad thing. Yes, clean yourself. I'm not saying get nasty, but
wash your ass.
Yeah. Next up is thinks a muscular body is disgusting.
Now this one is stupid. No one have you ever even seen a meme of someone saying that? Like even like just a joke. Has anyone even joked about saying muscular bodies are disgusting?
No.
I've seen like bodybuilders who overdo it where I'm like, ugh, that's gross.
Yeah.
No, exactly. I'm pretty sure that's totally not what this individual was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is weird to me. I don't think anyone has ever even joked that they found a muscular body disgusting.
Yeah.
Ever played his handheld in public?
Bruh, man, I was 10.
Hold on. It's a handheld. Where are you supposed to play on?
Thank you, Satsu. Thank you.
That's what it was made for.
Exactly. That's literally the entire function of the damn console. Nintendo should just get rid of the Switch.
That means
the DS was a mistake.
60% of Japan's entire population are pathetic losers, if that's the case.
I'll tell you one thing, bro. I was, again, another substituting story. I went to this one high school that was filled with mostly young ladies. There's this one chick, the one short-haired pixie, tall, skinny chick. You guys know that archetype, right? She pulls out her fucking 2DS and starts playing Animal Crossing in class. Is she a pathetic loser, my nigga? Like, does she count? she's just sitting there playing Animal Crossing. I've never played Animal Crossing in my life, but here she was having a grand old time on her fucking 2DS.
And being a cheerful, pathetic loser, and
happy as can be. Go on.
Still watches one or more American cartoons.
American cartoons?
Yeah, I can't feel that one out either.
I can. I like cartoons. And remember, you can't like anime or American cartoons now.
Right, just cartoons in general.
Why not just, yeah.
They're all off limits, I guess.
If you watch the Boondocks, well, sucks for you. Yeah, fucking loser.
Ever spent more than 4 days without leaving his house? I'm crippled.
I have before, but that was when I was unemployed. So
I'm a YouTuber.
Wait a minute. Here's my question. What about fucking summer, dude? What if you're like in college and it's the summer? Is the summertime?
You're a loser then. You're supposed to be out at the club, on dates, showered.
Yeah, well, I guess I have to mark that one. I have indeed spent 4 days without leaving the house.
Or what about fucking punishment, man?
Yeah.
When you were a kid, you're like,
oh, wait. Yeah. White people, that's getting grounded.
Yeah, because my mom didn't believe in that. You're confined to your room for a week. She was like, oh, your report card was bad? Yeah, your summer's done. She would take the blinds off the window and open them bitches up and like, you hear that? You hear those kids having fun out there? Bet you wish that was you. I'm like, damn.
Emotional abuser, dude.
Why do you hate me?
She whooped your emotions is what she did. She took a belt to your feelings.
I tell you, dude. The sound of other kids enjoying summer outside is like the worst thing to hear when you're locked in your hot ass room.
I know, man.
That's a great point, Backscan. I'm a redhead. Direct sunlight is a death sentence for me. Yeah, gingers have to stay inside. That's not nice.
Yeah, or they'll... Well, never mind.
They'll burst into flame. Deluded himself and believes that sex is not important.
Yeah, I don't fall into that category.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't even know how to...
I don't think it's the primary thing necessarily, or the only thing that's important, but it's not.
I think my problem is like the complete opposite. I think sex is too important to use it liberally. My opinion is that you shouldn't be willy-nilly with sex because you can make people. So
fair point.
I'm the complete opposite of this. So
there was a stand-up like that. I can't remember who it was, but he was like, you can accidentally make a human. It's like, you notice that you can accidentally make a human. He was like, let me ask you something. Have you ever accidentally ordered a pizza?
Thank you, Gregory Hurst. If none of these applies, you're just a douchebag, probably. Yeah. The next one, there's another one of these. Fucking go fuck yourself. Has ever worn cargo shorts, fedora, or a trench coat?
I own none of those things.
All right, fedora or trench coat?
Trench coat.
This is, I've worn cargo shorts and I've never had a fedora. But let's see, is fat.
Damn, that's rough.
That's mean, man.
Just hit 33% of the population.
I'm not British.
Oh, anyway. Yeah, Brits are out fatting us, guys. Don't forget that. That was in the news the other day. Here's another one that hits a little too close to home. Has played an MMO for more than 3 months.
Get fucked. RuneScape was awesome. RuneScape was the shit.
I wonder what they think about 5 years.
Yeah, I got almost a decade into WoW, so you can suck my MMO. This one's just sad. Has never been hugged by somebody else than family.
Damn. That's
okay. I'm kind of with him on that.
I don't know, man. Pathetic loser. That's just sad.
Thank you, Cryptic. Told you all the Asians going take you over with one weeaboo at a time. We already got the black dude on this stream.
Yeah,
I got you, Satsu.
There's 2 Negroes though.
Are you as gripped by anime as I am? Because if you see the walls in my house, you'd be like, okay, well, he might just be.
I don't spend money on anime merchandise. I just pirate it.
Well, I do the loot crate shit, and I got fucking shit all over my house. So it's there. As a matter of fact, anime makes up like 90% of the shit that I consume as far as like video media outside of YouTube. So there's that too.
Yeah, I believe it.
Thank you, X Bubba Hotip. Had over a year of playtime on WoW on one character, so I guess we'll check that box. Yeah, I that box is like just blackened out for me.
I mean, does RuneScape count though, man? Because
Yes, that's an MMO.
All right,
no
well,
getting out of this loser one, man.
Okay.
This next one just bugs me because believes he's intelligent. There's two problems with this. One, this is the first time we've really seen it as a he, isn't it? No, believes sex is important, right?
Believes himself. No, deluded himself is one. So they are specifically talking about young men here.
Who the
Ever
fuck
played
runs
his
around-
handheld in public? Go ahead.
Who the hell runs around thinking I'm a dumbass?
In fact, if anything, that's the curse of being unintelligent. The curse of being dumb is you don't realize how stupid you are.
Yeah.
If you can acknowledge that you have some intelligence, you have to be intelligent. I mean, that's just its nature. That's the nature of being an intelligent creature.
Complains about summer fags on 4chan. I
don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
I just, yeah. So the first one and the last one just went over my head because I'm like,
I'm going to count mine up real quick. Let me see.
I have no idea what a summer fag even is. My internet knowledge stops there.
Are there winter fags?
I'm just saying, dude.
Jesus Christ. Well, this was entertaining and a little triggering. Oh boy.
I have 17. What is that, out of 25?
So let me see. How many do I have?
I think I had like 6 or something, but none that made a line. Something like that.
6 or something. I should slap you.
Something like that. I'd have to go over them again, but
yeah, I count. I have 17. That's like way more than half. Y'all are listening to a pathetic loser. How y'all feel?
Great. Oh, that's the wrong answer, isn't it?
I was trying to muster up the fucks to like actually count and see what applied to me, but
I only have 11, but I'm
No
not
avail.
bingo, so I'm not a loser.
Yeah.
at least not a pathetic one.
Yeah. At least not pathetic.
There we go. And stop presenting. There we go. All right. So there was a fun, deep topic. Yeah, I read that today. I'm like, oh my God, too many of these hit a little too close to home.
But you want to know the interesting thing about it all, though, is how incredibly arbitrary it is. You know, it's kind of the same thing with that Virgin and Chad meme bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just it's a little too specific. In fact, it presupposes its own conclusion so much so that there's no fucking reason to even have it. It's just a meme unto itself.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shady. So I filled out the first 4 rows. I have no other conclusion to make other than the creator of this is a loser. In chat, somebody, if you were able to check off the box, never been hugged by anybody but family, can you press 1 right now? I want to laugh at you.
I want to hug you.
I'm saying
Oh,
he wants
I
to
wanna-
right the wrong.
I want to
Yeah,
make sure
man.
there's no guns in your house.
that
That's not right.
was mean.
Okay, I got to take some motion here. Thank you, Diesel Dave. I had 1. I'm wearing cargo shorts. I like cargo shorts. They're comfortable.
If I owned some cargo shorts, I would have had to check that one off.
I don't understand what's wrong with cargo shorts.
I don't
No,
understand
it's
what's wrong with trench coats. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I can understand that one to some degree.
Really?
What
I
are you,
used to wear a
boy?
trench coat.
I own a trench coat because I played vampire when I was in college.
They're
Well,
also
that's-
very comfortable.
It
We
can
have-
be. I mean, they can look really bad on you too. There is something to be said for really make a decision as to whether or not you are a trench coat wearing person, because sometimes you just can't pull it off, especially if you're going to wear jeans and like hiking boots with it. Just don't.
Oh, that's a really good question. Let me get the super chat real fast. Thank you, 3-sided coin. Yeah, and we're all watching you losers on Saturday night.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
The joke's on us.
This is an interesting question. Faith asks, was that thing a shot at incels? It kind of seems like it was,
Oh.
at least in part. I mean, a lot of it would definitely qualify for some of what they talk about. And for those of you who don't know what incels are, they are involuntary celibates. They're actually involuntarily chaste, but let's not let that
would be the more accurate term to use there. Yes.
I've given up that fight so long ago. People use celibate when they mean chaste all the time.
True.
But yeah, I do feel bad for some of those guys.
Oh, I feel bad. The thing, I don't know. Maybe I empathize with them too much. I feel their pain. Well, I feel their pain somewhat. And as far as being rejected goes, like I don't have an overwhelming desire to have sex with a woman. I've never really have. You know, I've always felt kind of normal. I think I'm normal. Like I'm not one of those sex obsessed faggots that like need to fuck every woman I see. You know, the stereotype that men get that I feel is totally disrespectful to us. It's like
he's talking about my real dad now.
No, but seriously though, I've never
seriously though.
No, but seriously, I've never been like one of those guys who just need to like get my dick sucked all the time. So I don't empathize with them as far as like I need to have sex. Like I don't feel that. But as far as being rejected, you know, by a woman you care about, or like not having a woman to love you, certainly I can absolutely understand why they would feel pain there.
Thank you, Xboba Hotep. Before I forget, I want to add hashtag #IFatNews for the internet fuckatry.
Oh god.
We'll come up with one of those eventually. Again, my problem with the incels is that there's a lot of misplaced anger there. And I don't mean this like you were talking in your video, the one from yesterday, about how some of them are actually, let's say, unfortunate looking. That's not
unfortunately.
It's true. But they blame other people for them not being able to get with women, and like they blame Chads, and you can't blame Chads for how Stacy acts. You can't say
that maybe you can catch a few of them like that, but after listening to them, they seem resigned to their fate, but just kind of upset that it is the cards they've been dealt. Or at least some of the incels I've been listening to, they seem to understand totally and completely that it's out of their hands, out of their control, and they're just more upset, for lack of a better word, upset with God than they are upset with Chad. They seem to be more jealous of Chad, if anything.
Stacy, what about Becky? We're talking about Stacy's right now.
Yeah.
I don't even know what even is a Becky. Like
a Becky is a white girl.
White bitch? Oh, basic white bitch. Okay.
It's a white girl. Fucking Becky's. With that, guys, we don't really have much of a deep topic left. And I really want to get you guys to be able to ask Base Bass here questions if you want to. And in the last half hour, we donate to the chat to give us stuff to talk about because we run out of shit. Don't tell them that. But chat, this is your time. Questions, comments, concerns, throw them into the chat right now, and we'll do our best to answer them for you.
Well, before that,
sure.
We haven't initiated him yet.
Oh, yes. Let's get to the first two questions because they're going to make me ask them anyway. Base.
Yeah.
Do you believe that cereal is soup?
Kind of.
Kind of. I'm going to count that as a win on my side. Thank you so much.
Oh, Lord.
I win again, y'all.
You guys don't think cereal is soup?
It is.
I don't think so, no.
Man.
It kind of is.
It's breakfast soup.
At the very least, it's very similar to soup.
It's soup. See, y'all can fight this. It's the change that is coming. Once you accept the truth, you will be free.
Cereal's not soup.
See, you're just wrong. Oh, we have a birthday. We'll get to that in just a second. Let me ask the other question. Base, I'm not even sure how to ask you this. How do you feel about tongue buttering turtle caves?
I don't even know what a turtle cave is. What is that?
A turtle cave is a euphemism we've come up with for butthole.
Oh, how do you feel about liking a butthole?
Yes.
Why didn't you just ask me that?
Because that's the euphemism we use.
It's not as comedic if we just ask you straight up.
Do you eat the booty like groceries?
I don't know. If it was Brittany Renner, I probably would.
Oh, there you go. We got an answer. He was 1 for 1, guys. Now, apparently we have a birthday. It's Necro165 Mancer's birthday. I'm going to cut out the 165 when I sing to you. I'm just throwing that out there right now. Bass, feel free to sing along. We sing along for our viewers we sing for our viewers when it's their birthday.
Oh, I'm not singing, so sorry about that.
Don't worry, I don't sing either.
You can just hum in the background. All right, here we go. Necromancer, are you out there? Are you listening?
Oh,
this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2.
Happy birthday to you.
You lucky it's been more than a day.
Happy
birthday.
Are you fucking cows and labor, nigga? What the fuck is this?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Dear
Necromancer.
I'm sorry I invited you here today and just
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Necro. I hope you had a great one. All right. Did we have questions while I was fucking around?
Pause.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Why did you make it sound like a cow
Why
injecting its infant child onto the ground? You sounded like a fucking cow giving birth to a child. What? Why?
Why not?
Okay.
I accept that answer. Go on, continue.
Okay, good.
that's the Peter Griffin way to handle that situation.
People come here looking for our excellent singing, and that's what they get.
Griffin, why are you naked in my house? Why aren't you? You're all right.
Oh, let's see. What do we have going on here? Don't forget to throw question marks behind the questions. Becky, was Weibo here? No, Weibo's over in Greece. She landed today.
Oh, is she about to get a? Never mind.
She's going Greek, y'all. Random American says, okay, who is this guy again? This is I'm gonna spell it for you. BASSFZZ. Look him up on YouTube. The link is down below. Really great stuff. I didn't put your Twitter link in there. I usually ask people, but we're not friends, so I couldn't ask you in private. But if you want me,
yeah, go ahead.
I can throw that link in there later if you want me to.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. Thank you, Mule. It's my 23rd anniversary tomorrow. Not sure what to get her. Big Jim Slade is getting too old. Any ideas?
Big Jim Slade.
23rd wedding anniversary. Oh wow.
That's beautiful, man.
What did I get Lady Monkey for that? God, I don't know. Oh, my 25th is coming up. I got to come up with something good for that.
Oh, don't write that down. Post-it note real quick.
Post-it note. Get good gift. Get good. That's what I'm going to write.
That's right.
Get good and get good.
Let's see. 23 years with the same dude. Alcohol.
For yourself.
Yeah.
Did I miss the solo talk? Daniel, yeah, that was earlier on. It's the end of news time, I believe, is when we hit on that.
Yep.
Oh, yes, Monkey. I did forget that. Thank you, Saint. Monkey Dick, Jim Jones movies. Hit that like button and share our stuff far and wide because YouTube doesn't do it because they're
okay. So I don't want to hear no more shit about me forgetting because I haven't in a while and both of you guys have recently. So no more shit for Satsu.
That's not how it works.
Yes, that's how it works.
Let's see. What else do we have here? Bass, any hold my beer moments?
I don't drink beer, so I guess not. Not really.
Hold my tea moments.
Yeah, hold my tea. Let me go grab some butter for it.
Bass, do you like gaming channels?
I like watching gaming videos, but the last great gaming channel I watched was Modern More Negro. Well, I guess Black Hokage. I don't get a lot of notifications for him now, which is very aggravating to me, but he would be the gaming channel I used to go to all the time.
You can start watching
Oh, you guys have a gaming channel?
Yeah. We're actually going to be streaming 7 Days to Die after this.
Oh, I see. How come do you guys play that fresh League of Legends?
No.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Not a super fan.
So what games are you guys a fan of?
For some reason, our theme for this channel has just become like zombie games. I don't know how that happened, but we played 7 Days to Die. We're playing Dying Light.
Because you keep introducing zombie games.
Because I don't know.
Well, if that's true, Satsu, then would that not answer your own question?
What?
Would that not solve the mystery?
What, do you not like zombie games?
No, I'm fine with zombie games, but you were the one that said we keep playing zombie games. And the response being you keep giving them to them. It's like, well, what is the option? Well, I got a zombie game and then I have this zombie game.
Because like once you find that common ground, then you just start like recommending things that are similar. Oh yeah, we started to play State of Decay, which we haven't State of Decay 2, which just came out, which we are going to start streaming soon. We just haven't figured out what days we're going to add them into, but we've been streaming. I think we stream about 5 times a week after Lords of the Night. So it's yeah.
Have you guys heard of that game Vermintide?
Yeah.
How you want to play that one?
I haven't looked into it much. It's popped up on my Steam now and then.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times, but I haven't. Is it good?
Isn't that a Warhammer game?
I believe it is.
Yeah. A couple of super chats real quick. Thank you, Timely. I'm sorry, Tim.
Timely.
Seal back. Thank you. They sing that way because Lady Monkey likes it. And thank you, Jaeger Pony. Hey, Google. Google doesn't like us.
It's okay, Google, but
Yeah.
I'm not getting in trouble with that again.
Yeah, we ain't Burger King. Shit.
RJ says, thoughts on Onision facing lawsuits from PewDiePie and Shane Dawson for the false pedophile accusations?
Hadn't heard that one, but
no idea about it.
I don't know nothing about that one.
Yeah, hopefully he loses, is my opinion.
Yeah. Man,
fucking Onision, that motherfucker will do anything to be relevant. Like he don't care. Like he literally,
he got houses to pay for.
I mean,
he's got young bitches to pay for, dude. He's got to pay for his next wife. Come on.
At this point, I honestly think YouTube needs to get something kind of like the NFL has done for when people start to get a little bit famous on here. They sit them down with an accountant and go, look, don't spend all your money when you get it.
Well, that should be the rule for like sports figures. There was this great documentary on ESPN just called Broke. And it profiled all of these sports stars from, name your sport, who got these, zillion-dollar contracts when they turned 19 or whatever, and how by the time they were 30, they were dead broke because they didn't know how to manage their money.
Yeah, that's why the NFL started doing it, is because they've had that problem so often. Yeah, they sit them down with an accountant now.
What fucks my mind up about that is, like, I can stretch a ridiculously small amount of money and do some impressive shit. I don't understand how you could have more money than you could like spend in a day. Like more money than you could literally go out and spend in a day if you're like shopping like a human. and like blow that shit to that extent.
Well, I think the difference is you've cultivated the skill. Because I'm the same way, dude. Like whenever I get a paycheck, dude, I just plop it in my bank account. I'm like, nah, I'm not spending money today.
Yeah, if you have no one telling you otherwise, and you think the money's never going to run out, you can go through it really quick. Especially if you're like being generous to friends and family and not planning ahead and that kind of thing, it can disappear really fast.
And and it's sad, on one hand, I totally understand what Satsu was saying, because like you give me any amount of money, you give me $10,000 today, bro. I'm gonna have $10,000 next week. I'm not gonna spend that all. Exactly. I love to save money. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, if you're really materialistic and you feel like the money's never going to stop, you're just going to burn through it. And it's unfortunate. It really is.
Yeah, I actually had my family grill me about this the other day, about how I used to care a lot about like, because my mother was asking me, like, I haven't seen you like buy new clothes in a long time. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with the clothes I got, and I got a washing machine. Right. And she was like, well, don't you care like about your appearance? And I'm like, Yeah, which is why I wear clean clothes.
That's why I wear clean clothes.
I'm like, that's why I wear clean clothes, because like the conversation started because she was talking about me getting a haircut. And I'm like, I'm a YouTuber and I sit at home all day. I don't feel it's necessary for me to go to the barbershop and pay somebody to cut my hair for like no reason, what I would feel to be no reason. And she was just like, you should care more about your appearance because you're handsome when you get a haircut. I'm like, but it's external. I look in the mirror probably once a day. Like, and I don't give a shit. Who is it for? And he's like, well, for your girlfriend for once. I'm like, she got mad the last time I got my hair cut.
Wow.
So it's, I don't know. Like a lot of the people I grew up with and around are really stuck on the material where they're just like, if you don't wear these kind of clothes or you're not presented this type of way at all times, then people might think something about you and you should feel bad about yourself for that reason. I'm like,
nigga, please.
I'm like, nope, I don't. Sorry. I got a lot of money in my bank account. How much you got?
I have a lot of money that disagrees with you.
Of course, I was. That was back when I was working Target Mobile because I had a fuck ton of money back then, but that has since depleted.
Okay, so since we're on fashion, I have to show you guys something in case you missed it today. Look at this.
You're sexy just the way you are.
Oh, thank you.
I'll listen to Squish back there. Hi, Squish.
Hi, Squishy.
The T-shirt shirt?
It's a T-shirt with a button-up shirt sewn to the front of it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's T-shirt inception.
And that's why men don't care about fashion, because that's the kind of shit we'd come up with.
Look, man, I just it blows my mind the type of shit that people will go through or go the lengths that people will go to for the sake of like fashion. And like otherwise people like my little brother, he gets hooked on this shit a lot. And I've heard him like shit talk something that was otherwise unpopular and then forget he shit talked it because now it's all of a sudden popular. And he's like, oh man, everybody has this. This is what you're supposed to be wearing. I'm just like, man, you're going to be broke as fuck when you get older.
Yeah, let me tell you one thing I think is hilarious. You guys know the clothing brand Aeropostale and what's that other bullshit called? There's Aeropostale and
I don't think I've heard that before, but that's just me.
Aeropostale
it might be a Florida thing, dude.
No, Aeropostale. My daughter used to wear that shit all the time. That's an expensive store.
Yeah, it's really expensive. But then there's like another off clothing brand that was closely related to it. And the shit that was fucking hilarious to me was the fact that Aeropostale and this other cheaper brand of clothes literally had like the same fucking shirts and styles. The only difference would just be one had Aeropostale, the other had fucking Hollister. That's what it is.
Hollister. Oh yeah.
Aeropostale and Hollister. They would have. I remember one time I saw the same shirt. Aeropostale's like more expensive, but it was the same fucking shirt, and the only difference was one said Aeropostale, the other said Hollister. Yeah. And I'm like, you gonna spend the extra $15-$20 just so you get a name brand? It just makes you wonder, man. Niggas today.
And they feel like they actually feel like better about themselves as a whole because they like some rich dude's name is on this.
I know, right, dude? They got a fucking Infinity Stone, dude. Like they're like the nigga Thanos after he gets an Infinity Stone. They just
thank you, Diesel Dave. Anyone know what happened to the white YouTuber? He's still around.
They're like self-worth increasing.
Burned a lot of bridges and things were falling apart and walked away from it all. Still plays around on Twitter now and then.
Is that the
guys?
white
I know.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
What's the story behind him?
Who are we talking about?
The white YouTuber. Has he like officially like kind of mooched off everybody's channels? Because I think that was his goal, right? To get on every single person he met's channel.
he was doing that. He went away because he had surgery. He had some back problems and he got that fixed. And when he came back, him and Gemini went on to whose fucking stream was that? I want to say it was Andy's, and pissed everybody off. And
wait, how so?
They were being very insulting, and I think it was Andy's girlfriend they insulted on stream.
Ooh.
Yeah. And after that, they both kind of wound down. I don't know that's the reason they wound down, but that is the timeline. Guys, I know I've asked, or you guys have asked questions and I've missed them, and I'm sorry. They've scrolled up So ask again if you have them. I apologize for missing them. Did you guys see that Caramella Girls released a video of the new official 2018 version of, how do you even say that? Caramella Danison? No, I have no idea what the hell that even is.
Yeah, me neither.
Hashtag, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hashtag, is that for straight men? 2 questions from Backscan. Scribe, did you hear Trump wants to deregulate space travel for the private sector?
Oh, shit.
I did not, but I'm not at all
on the moon,
surprised.
nigga.
No moon base.
On the moon, nigga.
And Ranting Monkey, did the bat survive? As far as I know, I didn't go out and check the bucket that he got thrown out in. So
Wait,
no idea.
He had like a bat infestation or something?
Oh, God. The bat.
I live out in the middle of nowhere, and every so often, let's see, we've lived here for almost 20 years, and we've had like 4 bat incidences in the last 2 have been within the last 2 years. And one got in last night, and he flew into the bathroom where my son's fiance was taking a bath at the time. She jumped out and screamed, and somehow the bat ended up in the water. So my wife had to scoop him out with a bucket and throw him outside.
With the bucket, mind you.
With
Why
the
with
bucket.
the bucket?
Yes.
She threw the whole fucking thing out the window.
Yeah, we don't need this bucket anymore.
No, he threw the bat out with the bathwater.
Yes. Ranting Monkey, did you buy or make acid wash jeans? No. I've always been just a regular blue jean kind of guy.
Did you make
Did you
tie-dye
see those
shirts?
new jeans that are only 10% jean?
Oh, I love those.
God.
I'm gonna get myself a pair, and that's gonna be my face reveal. Satsu, have you started streaming Uno yet?
No.
We're not streaming
I
Uno.
haven't. I don't plan on it either.
Shio, I'm not reading your disgusting stuff on air. No, that's actually a funny one. What's the difference between a Mexican and a priest? One's an alien, the other's a predator. You're an asshole.
Oh,
That's actually
Wow.
really good.
That is a good joke. So Satsu, do we get to see another base collapse tonight?
haha.
What happened?
They want to know if you're going to collapse your base on accident again.
You know what? Y'all
always-
got a bad habit of just like opening up old wounds. My base is sound. It is now up, and it is not going to fall apart. So no, we won't, unless supernatural activities occur. Then we might. But
Let's discuss this real fast, though.
It says
Yes.
the poltergeist appears.
Your
That's
base
when
is up.
something doesn't happen.
Your base is standing. It's holding itself, but you took off the whole top layer.
What do you mean?
It used to be like a story higher.
Well, it's back to its original. I built another story back up. Look, man, we explained how this happened. It wasn't my fault.
That's what they all say.
Check
Completely.
Your Logic asks, should I create a Twitter account?
Sure.
Should?
Not if you want to keep it for very long.
If you would like to retain sanity, no. But
Can you instead make it a moral question? Is it right for me to make a Twitter account?
Oh, I feel like we never gave a good answer for what he should get his wife for.
oh yeah, we did kind of just like
What anniversary is it again? 23rd?
23.
23rd.
Yeah.
23rd.
I don't know. I think it depends on what she likes, man. I don't know her well enough to tell you what to get. I mean, you've been with her for 23 years, and you should know.
No, dude. Let me tell you.
No, that's not how it works.
I've been with my
I'm
wife
joking. It was a joke.
for 24 years, and I have bought her on my own, without her telling me what to get, good things twice. Twice.
She's just
That
never
is it.
satisfied, huh?
She's nice. She treats me like a retarded kid when I give her gifts. She's like, oh, that's so cute. Pats me on my head and sends me on my way.
I don't know, man. Squishy, I can get her ass a post-it note that says "I love you," and she'll be like, "Oh my god!" It's just like, woman, like pick something. You can pick something nice, and she's like, "No, we're broke." And I'm like, "I know, but damn, like, don't make."
At least she understands, man. You got a good woman on you. You should appreciate. You can get her a piece of paper and she'd clap.
She is like very simple. Like my mom was talking to her about the wedding, and she was just like, "As bare bones as possible, please."
Yeah, we'll just show up, at a regular church down the street.
Right.
Lady
you don't want an
Monkey's-
expensive dress? I got one. You know, my mom had one hand me down.
Mhm.
Put it in the washing machine. We'll be good.
Well, see, here's the problem. Lady Monkey is not high maintenance, and that's the problem because she doesn't want for things. So I have to guess what to give her.
Yeah, that sucks too. A lot of people think that that's easy, where they're like, "Oh, it does." She doesn't care. It's like that makes it hard. That literally makes the decision infinite now.
Yeah, I mean, for the record, my favorite thing, or her favorite thing I've ever got her was actually just a blown up picture of my children. So I mean, it's not like she needs like diamonds and pearls. It's just she doesn't want. So I'm like, I don't know what to give you. Here, have a gift card, sweetie.
You ever taken her out to just eat? Like
yeah.
Golden Corral or something?
Yeah, there's actually nowadays she takes me out to eat because I'm crippled. Thanks for reminding me of that.
Sorry about that.
I'm gonna sit over here and be sad now.
Well, it's not like you can forget. I mean, you're the one that's crippled.
Oh, he forgets plenty. Do you not know, Monkey?
Yeah, Monkey likes
not
to
as well as I'd like.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded sexy.
Oh.
Wait, so Monkey, how old are you? You're a lot older than I thought you were, actually.
I am 43.
Okay, there it is. I always I always thought you're like in your early 30s or something.
I get that a lot. A lot of people think I'm 20s or 30s. I'm like, nah, man.
Well, he uses the word spry, so.
True.
You blew up your children. Picture of man, yeah, I worded that badly, didn't I?
A picture of my blown up children. Here you go. Happy anniversary.
I was about to make a joke that would get me banned in the UK. Harbos says Stan Lee just endorsed Elon Musk's idea to rank the media an hour ago. What do you guys think if he actually sets this up? I think the way that it was described that I heard, users get to rank it. I think it would be a wonderful shit show.
Yeah, that's about all it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be.
What is it like? Yelp for like movie channels or something?
Yeah, Yelp for the media, and like Yelp for the media is called Twitter.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, his idea is basically everybody gets to go on there and vote for whether the news source is good or bad.
Yeah, welcome to Twitter.
And
totally
look,
can't fuck with those results.
First of all, 60% of the people who are going to be there voting are going to be the people who don't listen to, read, or watch stories in their entirety. Anyway.
That's hilarious. I know,
Right.
So,
it's already going to be tainted from the beginning.
yeah, because they're going to be like, I read a headline.
Yeah, that headline's provocative. It makes me feel weird. That's bad. That's bad journalism. And it might be, but still.
Saint Fugi wants to know thoughts on the public shit. That's the
right.
Oh, those kids.
grocery store that David Hogg was laying on the floor of yesterday.
They
You know,
complied.
the best part of that is there's pictures from afterwards, and he's like hugging his family, and it looks like somebody has just like gotten back from war. I'm like, you laid on the floor for 12 minutes. There's no reason to be all hugging like, fuck you.
Well, like I told you, it's arbitrary things that mean nothing that drives their fucking. It's that hypocrisy. Those are the fuels. Like if it's arbitrary, it means nothing. It's a victory, and if it goes against everything you stand for, they're all for it.
Right before we went live, he tweeted out that America was built by young people, and young people have always, America was built by young people. Apparently, he's really big on that. Child.
I thought it was built by racist colonizers, but
right.
Well, corpses of the natives, but okay.
Obviously, young people are colonizers.
They were young racist colonizers.
Yeah, that guy's an idiot, and I enjoy laughing at him. Excuse me.
Wait, this country was built by young Republicans? Is that what he's saying?
Apparently, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. This kid doesn't know history at all.
He probably doesn't know what he's talking about. Let's.
Maybe he should finish high school before he starts like being an advocate for high schoolers.
Yeah, you would think.
But you know, to be serious though, this is something that I was thinking about the other day. Because this is hilarious to me. Take it away to on a more serious point. I was talking to the couple of girls. It was just yesterday about how they don't like in the school system how there's not a lot of emotional counselors there to like talk to the children about their problems and like help them work through their anger and whatnot.
Oh, God.
And it's hilarious to me how This guy, it wants to curtail the rights of regular citizens to own firearms, but he's not going around saying, hey, let's help these crazy people out. Let's help these angry people out. Let's help them with their problems. Instead, he wants to go all left field. Let's just fucking take the guns away instead of helping these angry people deal with their issues in life. And it's funny to me how very seldom you find this message. It makes the idea that he's a fucking government plant seem a little bit more accurate or a little bit more believable.
Well, my philosophy is solutions don't work. Like that's what they go by. They're like, solutions don't work. We need things that are arbitrary that makes people think that they're doing something, but it can't actually do anything. It's almost like the medical industry right now. Like they're not allowed to give you shit that actually heals you. They're only allowed to give you shit that temporarily keeps you all right until you come back. Because if they gave you something that healed you, then it'd be over and you wouldn't come back.
Yeah.
They're like, no, that's not profitable.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to get this question in. Michael asked, Base, you mentioned you were a substitute. What kind of sub?
I have general knowledge of most things. However, I like English the best. I could teach an English if push came to shove, I could teach an English course, but I just usually go wherever they need me.
Let's see. We got 4 minutes left, guys, and I know I've missed so many questions tonight. I apologize. It's been a great conversation.
Oh, this is a 2-hour stream.
Yeah, we have a format.
Gotcha.
Besides, me and Satsu got to kill zombies here in a little bit, or they'll take over the world.
True.
Yeah, Monkey, drop the link in the chat or whatever, so anybody who is unaware, and also
wait. I'm hosting tonight. You want me to stop and drop a link?
Yeah.
Man, you are
niggers. Damn lazy. Niggers need to get something done once in a while.
But you expect me to do it because it's my channel and it's my responsibility?
For the record, Google, that was a black man saying that. Oh my God.
So you know. Just so you know.
Bastard.
The bot's going to come by and say, oh, I'm sorry. I will reinstate your monetization. I apologize for that.
Oh, Jesus. What are the questions that we miss here? As I'm trying to read this. Saint Fugi says, anyone see your boy Pat on Twitter? Did something happen to Pat?
Oh, shit. What did he do?
What happened to him? Did somebody take him off?
I don't know. Now I got to go look at Twitter after I get there's your link, Satsu.
Thank you.
And guys, don't forget to come over and watch that. We're funny.
We're funny.
That's them.
That's the tagline. 2 cents plus.
Funny.
We're funny.
We promise. We promise.
What's going on with Pat? Let's see. Oh, I don't want Fat Pat. I want your boy Pat.
Huh.
Too many Pats in my timelines. No, I don't see anything. What's going on with Pat? Help me out here.
Yeah, details, guys.
They are important.
Base, are you like a strict sub or lax sub, etc.?
A who?
You, Bass Base.
Am I a what? What was the question?
A strict sub or a lax sub, etc. Like, do you let your?
Dude, I'm chill, dude. You know, I remember just the other day I was walking through the hallways. I don't know who said it, but one of the kids literally pointed me out and said, "Yeah, dude, man, that's the only sub I fuck with, man."
Nice.
Oh, thanks. Oh, gee, thanks.
I always like those subs. We had one math one time, and I love math. But when you see a sub, you're like, oh, thank God, it's a easy day. And this day.
Yeah, go ahead.
This motherfucker had us doing just harder stuff than our teacher had us doing. Like, you're an asshole.
No, I'm pretty relaxed actually. I actually usually, this is the end of the school year, if you know or don't know. So most of the days are pretty lazy. I'd call them lazy days, where you just kind of sit around and give them a worksheet or something. However, earlier in the school year, like I would go around and teach them, and or I would just like have a conversation with some of the students. I've even like played card games with them, like played cards like spades or tonk. So I mean, my favorite days are the days where I actually get to teach them or where I get to like have a conversation with them. But there are some lazy days where we just kind of like the other day, we almost all just went to sleep. It was it's kind of funny now I think about it. So it depends, man.
You're never too
All right.
old for naps.
Yeah.
The older you get, the more you like them. Guys, that's going to bring us to the end of the show. We only have a few seconds left. I want to remind you, Base's link, that's the word I'm looking for. Link is in the description. Check out his channel. Great stuff. And especially all of you that have asked about incels. He's got a lot of great videos on that right now. But don't stick to that. Go back in his timeline. There's a lot of good stuff there. Chat, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. You guys are the best audience on YouTube, bar none. I can't believe you watch this shit every night. You are amazing, and I love you. Scribe, Satsu, a pleasure as always. Base, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I enjoyed the conversation.
Same here. Thanks for inviting me. Appreciate
everybody.
All three of you guys, actually.
Everyone, your life makes us sad. We'll see you next time.
Hi, guys.
Fuck off.